And in today's episode of Trail Makers, we're going to be building a F-15 Eagle. And it's kind of weird. I've been thinking about doing this for a minute. I didn't say anything really, and maybe a couple people. But the next thing I know, like everyone's building the F-15 Eagle. Why is that? I don't know. But we're going to cheat a little bit today. Been doing some looking around, and the Eagle nose is very similar to an F-14. So I'm going to go through about how I made all this, right? But we're going to definitely going to just delete all that there, delete all that there. Delete. I might revamp it a little bit. I'll go through over like how I made it and whatnot. But yeah, we're gonna steal this. We're gonna steal this. And I've done this to plenty of other builds before, and don't be afraid to reuse parts that you had in other builds. Simply because, I mean, it makes the build process that much easier, right? You ain't got to build it again. And, there's nothing to worry about, right? Nothing wrong with that. Just gonna go through and delete all this stuff here. We don't need any of this stuff. Don't need any of this stuff here. Just get rid of all of it. Get rid of all of it. Alright, now let's get rid of all these. Let's keep the gun up front like that. All those. Get all this stuff. We're going to paint this differently too. So we're going to restart the paint job on this. What else is left? These guys. Oh shoot, I should have. All these logic gates because we don't need those right now. We're also going to get rid of all the gyros and everything else. I'm going to get rid of all that right now. Get rid of all thrusters. Replan this out. I'm just going to replan the whole thing out. It's not attached. You're not attached up there. Why is that like that? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Alright, just gonna go back up there like that. Let's get everything attached. We do need one NOR logic gate, I believe. Before we do that, let's paint this. What color do we want to use? Let's do some looking. Let's do some looking. F-15 Eagle. Alright. So we got a couple of different. There's like a dark gray, and there's like a light gray with like a splotch color on it, kind of. I don't know. I don't know, like, I don't know how to say it. Like, it's like light gray on the edges, but then it kind of like dark or medium gray in the center. Maybe we'll go for that. We'll do a base of light gray. We'll do a base of light gray. Okay, so, but not like this light gray. I'm talking like maybe this color. Yeah, okay, and we'll get rid of all decals. Any decals in any of this. Take off all the decals. Alright. All decals are off. What does the cockpit look like? Pretty similar. Pretty similar. We're going to leave the cockpit alone. We're going to leave that alone. And I know F-15 is a two-seater aircraft. We're not going to do that. Alright, there's the start. We're going to do this, and I'm going to put in, let's see if this works, because it might look better if I do, whoops. Let's get our colors. As default. Alright, there we go. I'm going to try something real quick here. This might be okay, that works. Kinda, not really. That might cause problems down the line, so we're going to remove that. And we're going to put in actually, you know what I want to try? You know what I want to try? I'm going to tell you what I want to try. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to put in our new servo. Try that. And there go the boys again. This might actually work better. There's that. And then let's put in that piece there. Alright, now let's configure this. So we want speed of -1. See how the arrow switched? If you look here, look at the arrows, the red and the green arrows. You notice when I go to negative to positive, it'll switch directions. Right now it's negative. There goes to positive. Like I'm in the positive speed now. And the red is going back, green is going forward. But if I go to negative, it switches that, right? So we're going to -1. And yeah. We're going to go to 90 degrees. Too far. 90 degrees, strength 100, dampening, and we're going to put the down button is going to be our landing gear. Okay. So let's see what that looks like now. Dunk. Sorry. I usually make it the up button, don't I? I do usually make it the up button. So let's fix that. The dogs are going crazy back there. We want up button, and we want to toggle this. I'll slow it down a little bit too. Let's go 0.5. That's a little bit better. Right where the hinge is right there, it tends to want to. So here's what we're going to do with that. We're going to delete this. We're going to delete this. We're going get a that there, and then we're gonna do that there. Let's see what that looks like. Up. Okay, that looks better. That looks better. Okay. I can make doors, and there's probably an easier way to do it now with these hinges or these servos, but you know, I don't really worry about that because that just takes up complexity, right? Now, what we could do though, probably to make this look a little bit better, is okay, let's see here. Okay, let me think about this. Okay, we want to remove the controls off of this because this needs to be at 90 degrees, right? 90 degrees. We want 90 degrees the other direction, so we're gonna go like that. So now push the up button, toggle. That should rotate like that, but I don't like where it sets it. So we need to move our wheel to the center. So how do we move our wheel directly to the center, you ask? Good question. Good question. I wish there's an easier way to do this. The easiest way to do it would be a piston. Then we have to get rid of that. What can I help you with? What are you doing? Sniff, sniff, sniff. Lay down with mama. Okay, back to this game. Boy, I didn't really give myself a lot of options here, did I? Sure didn't. You know what might work? I'm gonna tell you what might work. Okay, let's try this out here. This. Well, let's get rid of that first of all. We don't need that. We're gonna use something else here. Don't want that. Just want this. Alright, so there's that. We're gonna get our piston. The goal is to still make this still make it supersonic, right? This will go in start position 0.16. Let's try that. We don't want any controls on this. Alright. In. Bam. Look at that. Alright. That looks way better. Already looks a lot better right there. Okay. Plans it out. There we go. I don't even know where the landing gear is on an F-15, but that's where it's going to be. I don't really concern myself with like extreme detail, right? Like I want you to be able to look at the F-15 and say, "Yep, that's an F-15," and then go on from there. So I'm not going to do crazy detail like like doors and stuff like that. It's actually pretty close. It's a little further back than that, but you know what? That's close enough. It's close enough. I like to put it in a general area of where it's supposed to be, and then we go from there, right? So I don't concern myself with um, I don't concern myself with like extreme amounts of details like you see in a lot of other people's builds. So the next thing I'm gonna do here is we're gonna get an OR gate, right? I'm gonna OR gate here. Got an OR gate there. I don't think I have any OR gates anymore, do I? I don't think I do. So OR gate. And this is gonna be our steering for that wheel. Now you notice the wheel is at 90 degrees, but we don't want that to be at 90 degrees, right? So I'm going to show you how to do that by using this OR gate here. So OR gate goes into here, right? We want our RB and our LB, just for now, right? We'll figure that out later. See, the output here is at 1. Now that'll make it turn 90 degrees, right? So RB, LB, it makes it turn 90 degrees. We don't want it to turn 90 degrees. So how do you get that limit its travel and not turn 90 degrees like that without adjusting the angle on the hinge? Well, that's easy, right? All I gotta do is come to this OR gate, put the output down. There, go there, and you take the output, you go down, just go down like 0.7, right? That'll make it so that this won't turn. See, it's working one way, it's not working the other way. Might need 2 OR gates here. That or something's weird happening. Something weird might be happening with this. Output 7. Works that way. Because it's on toggle? Oh man, it's because it's on toggle, isn't it? We don't want this on toggle. So we're going to need another OR gate to that to do what we want it to do. Not a big deal. But now, yeah, see, now it limits its travel all the way. All right, so that's working. So now we need another OR gate. Let's get rid of this. Let's do this, that, and that. This OR gate, we're gonna make it this way. Toggle. All right, so that works there. We may want a little bit more steering out of that. So we're going to take this bottom OR gate here. And we're going to put it up to 0.8. Let's see what 0.9 does. 0.9 might be too much. But you see, it doesn't take much, right? It doesn't take much. 0.9 might be too much. Let's go 0.85. 0.85. See, that's a good 45 degrees, looks like. All right, I don't have a like an idea, like a graph of you know 0.9 gives you this much, or 0.85 to give you this much of an angle, right? Just kind of, you go by feel. You do that a lot of things. I've used this trick a lot in a lot of things I do, limiting the output of the gates. Can do some pretty amazing things, right? like for a NOR gate, like so the minimum distance of the steering hinge is 5 degrees, right? But if you go to this NOR gate, you see I have an output of 0.75. That means that these hinges will only go, they're less than 5 degrees, right? Because if I'm at 5, if I had these at 5 degrees, I don't remember 0.75. Well, that's what they look like at 5 degrees, right? Which, you know, we'll probably have to adjust that. But, you know, I left it at 0.75. And there it is, 0.75, right? It's just a subtle difference, right? Subtle differences, but it gives you more choices of angles. And I do like the way that looked. That turned out really nice. Turned out pretty nice there, I gotta say. It gives you more options for angles, right? And it's just better all around, honestly, in my opinion. Yeah, but like, so the way I did the nose, you see here, it's just the same thing I did with the wheel. It's taking 2 pistons and setting them up with their start positions so they kind of line up in the center, right? So the only thing attached is this on the outside. Okay, and then, oh, there goes the girlfriend. Hold on, I'll be right back. Pause this for a second. And we're back. Okay, folks. Sorry about that. Girlfriend woke up from her sleep. I had to take care of that. Okay, but here we are. We're at this stage now, right? So we got to here. We got to here something, right? Gosh, do I want to move this forward or backwards or something? Put another block underneath it. I don't even know. So that's just going to be aerodynamic drag right there, right? That's all that is. That's aerodynamic drag. Then like so is all this. So we're gonna have to redo all this for aerodynamic drag factor. So I think best thing to do, honestly, is put another block right there. So we're gonna go copy, boom, boom, boom. There. That takes care of that. Yeah. Huh. There's a better way to do this. Definitely a better way to do this. I'm not worried about that right now. We'll figure it out later. I say that now, but I'm probably gonna forget about it, honestly. Okay, so how? So we don't have to worry about moving wings on this guy, right? So, I mean, that's a bonus. How do we want to do? How do we want to do this? So unlike the F-14, what's the bottom of this thing look like? I want a good bottom image, you know? Good image of the bottom, which I'm not seeing a lot of that. Without the fuel tank, this one looks. We kind of want to make this fly without wings as well, because I mean, this plane's that badass. This aircraft can fly with um, pretty much a wing missing. So we're gonna kind of imitate that a little bit if we can. If we can, I don't know if we'll be able to. I'm looking right now for. Okay. It's very squared off at the bottom. Very squared off aircraft. Kind of makes it easy. I think I actually might be able to. Okay, let's do something. Let's do something like this. Here. want you. You're right there. I'm gonna do 1x4. Do 3 of those. 3 of those there. Alright. And then we'll do maybe that. Trying to see another angle of this, see if it kind of side angle. It kind of doesn't, but it kind of does. So it does that, but that kind of swoops underneath. So we want to go like this. Whoops! What did I just press? Go like that, and then it kind of goes. No, I don't like that. We might need to use a trick to do this part here. Let's get this tied in here. What do we use? What do we use here? Kind of like that, but not really, you know? Not quite. It's got like a half block area here that oh god, I don't know how to do this. How are we going to do this? Let's think here. Let's think here. What do we do? Let's get rid of these guys, since I don't think we're gonna need those at all. First of all, how does this look? Just like this. All right. Yeah, that gets the general shape down. This probably will be a multi-part video too, because I don't want to. All right, dog. I don't want to bore you guys with a whole bunch of nonsense, right? So I will be making this a multi-part video with several steps in between. So I'll probably work on the front here right now. Yeah, okay, so it does kind of go down a little bit. Comes into the center here. Yeah, we'll do a little bit of the front. And then we'll do, kind of get all this to tie in here real quick. And then we'll do the, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't even think right now. What am I looking for? Wedge. That, and then here, don't we? Yeah, because we want to bring this down here and that down there, that there. All right, the next one's gonna go like that. 3, and then we're gonna take it to the limit. I'm kidding, that was dumb. We're going to do this. Check this out. Ready for this? We're gonna get a steering hinge like this. This way? Yeah, this way. And we're gonna get a this guy here, like that, and then one of these guys here, like this, like that, and we're going to get another one of these guys, like that. We're gonna put in that there, that there. We're going to go that. This might need actually because I don't want an attachment point on that side, so we're gonna switch that over to that there, right? Okay, so now we get our. We might need another NOR gate for this one. Let's put this. Actually, no, we won't. We won't. Just watch. Ah! Alright, there we go. Alright, so now we're going to tie this NOR gate into this steering hinge as well. Watch what happens. Isn't that beautiful? Didn't that work out nicely? Worked out fantastically. We need more angle on this guy. We need more angle on this guy. So we'll go with, let's go with 15. It gives that slight illusion of that little step down. So if you look at it, it's not straight across down into the bottom, right? There's a little bit of a step down right here. So I might go a little bit more. Let's go a little bit more. Let's go with 25. Let's see what 25 does. Okay, 25 actually looks pretty decent. I think I might stick with 25 there. Okay. Yeah, I like 25. So that gives a little bit better of a idea of what that's going to look like. All right, so now let's copy all that over to this side. So we're going to go boom, that. Like that. That. This probably is going to copy very nicely, but we're going to try it anyways. Even the head. Oh, see, I told you it wasn't going to work. I told you it wasn't going to work. It kind of did. We just got to move all this stuff over. That around. That goes there like that. Goes there like that. That's at the right degrees. And this should be. We got to tie this in with this. Dancy, dancy, dancy. All right, so there we go. There's our front intakes for our F-15 Eagle. All right, let's tie them in a little bit better here. So they have kind of a go like that, and they go like that, and then they go like that, and then they do that thing, and they go like this. So we're gonna get a kind of like that there, and do that, that like that, and then we're gonna get this piece here. Right about there, like that. That. We're going to get a 2x6 going there. 2x6 going there. Alright, and we're going to get a Don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going crazy. Hey, absolutely no barking, sirs. Okay, so that goes like that. I see the air brick right there. Um, Maybe we'll put an air brick in. Maybe we won't. I don't know yet. We might figure someone else for that out. For that out. Out for that. Yeah, you know what I mean. Leave me alone. All right. I'm thinking here. I'm a thinking here. Because we want. That to kind of be like that. That, but we don't want that like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're gonna have to do the same thing here that we did back there. We're gonna have to go like that, that. We're gonna have to go. Wish this had like another. I want this to be, but I don't want that there because that's gonna. No, this has to go like. This has to go there. I want to put that there. What we could do, go like that, because that's still gonna. I don't really like that. I don't really like that. Let's do this. Wonder if this will work. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that works a lot better. Okay. This. This. Put that over there. Flip that like that. That works there. Alright. This we want to have. That. That. Alright. And then we want to do. That's a 4. So we're going to come down here. Like that. Like that. Okay. Now we want to do. Remember, we don't want this to tie into that at all. All these are still detached from that thing, which is what we want. And we want to tie it in up to here, though, right? We want to bring this up like this. Like that there. Don't know which way yet is going to work better, so we're going to do this, and then we're going to do the other side as well. So this side's going to be this way, attached on top. One is attached on, well, this one's attached on top, this one's attached on bottom. That's how we're going to do that. Alright, so then let's bring in a 1x2. And we'll attach that there. There. Oh, you know what though? It has to be attached that way. Yeah, okay, so we have to attach it this way. Okay, so that's everything attached there. That leaves plenty of room for thrust. Right, so we have plenty of room to throw some thrust in there. Let's see what it looks like when we spawn in. Alright, we're getting the shape there. We're getting the shape. I'm not keen on the gaps we have in right there. Not keen on that, but that might be something that just has. Ooh, I see another gap. I see too. Okay. So I don't like the way that looks. We're gonna go back to rounded, not that rounded guy. This rounded guy. And the way I like the way that looked better. Let's look at it again though, just to be sure that's what we want. Oh, now it's not working. Why is it not working anymore? Because this is attached. Oop. It's attached to that, which is attached to that. So I have to do some cosmetic surgery here. All right, let's pull that out. Move that in. Move this in here. Which actually, if we do that, we can do this. No, not that. We want this. And like that, and then we can do. Oh boy, how are we gonna do this here? So we don't want anything attached to that side there. What do we have? What do we have that doesn't have a connection point there? Maybe this will work. Attached to there, but that also attaches up there. Shoot. Let's try doing that. Let's see what happens there. Okay. Let's repeat. This side. Repeat on this side. What the crap? Where is it attached still? Where are you attached at? Let's delete that. Are you attached here somewhere? You're attached there. Okay, so it does need to be. Does need to be one of these guys. Alright, I think that'll work there. And let's take this one off and move this one over like that. And let's see what happens. There we go. Still has a little bit of a gap up in there. It's fine. We'll live with it. We'll live with it. We can actually camouflage that. Let's move that forward there. Oh, that won't work. Nope, that don't work because that means that's in the way. Unless we switch these again. Unless we switch these guys again, move that over. What the heck? What the hell happened there? Oh, I know what happened there. That's in the way. That goes there. That goes there. Let's move this up here like this. Alright, alright. There, that goes there. Goes up like that. And then maybe what we do for this. Let's realize this doesn't work again. I attach it again. Son of a crap. Son of a crap. Where are you attached? You're attached there. There. Oh, it's here again, isn't it? Man. I'm telling you guys. guy, so we gotta get rid of this guy. This guy doesn't work very well there. What else do we have? It doesn't have an attachment point to it that we can stick there. We can maybe use that. All right. And then, you know what we can do for this? That's going to get hidden because we're going to do, yeah, that. We're going to do that. Do that like that. It's going to go like that. We're going to go those, one of those, and then I think, that's not connected, that's fine, go that like that. Another one of these here, maybe? I want to do just a block. Let's see what it looks like with just that, like that. Don't like it. Don't like it one bit. Like that. Ooh, you know what? We have a block for this. Da 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 da. This block. Yeah, that'll be all right. That'll be all right. Okay. And then tie that in. We're gonna look. Do this. Still functions like we want it. Things are hidden where we don't want them to be. That looks good. Okay, I think I like that. I believe I like the way this front of this train is going. Yeah, I said train, shut up. So this is looking good. I'm liking this. Okay. We're gonna leave it here. We extend this video. This is the F-15 build we're doing here. We're gonna try and get this thing going supersonic. What is the speed of an F-15 Eagle? Well, what do they tell us the speed is, I should say. So they're not gonna tell us. Ooh, Mach 2.5. That's a fast one. Yeah, that's fast. Okay. Is that faster than an F4? What's an F4's top speed? F4 top speed, Mach 2.2. F16 top speed. It doesn't say Mach, it says 1,320. What Mach is that? We want to know the Mach. Top speed of Mach 2. Yeah, the F-15 seems to be a little bit faster than all that. So anyways, this is where we're leaving off. continue more. Look at that turned out. That turned out pretty nice. Yeah, we'll go further down this rabbit hole, and yeah, here's the front end. I think it looks like an F-15. I don't have that tied into the. Yeah, never mind. Anyways, you guys have a nice day. Keep trailing on. Have a good time, and take it easy.